straightforward. We do content creation and help businesses grow their audience so that they can have a community that actually sees their content. But where does that come from? And so today I wanted to actually benefit everyone in the chapter, especially if you're not interested in using social media, which there are a lot of members in this chapter that don't use social media for their business. But each week we come in and we ask for referrals. And so I thought I would do an exercise with everybody about not only who is your ideal referral, but identifying your referral sources. So we'll start with this page here. It says, who is your referral? If you have a pen, that would be great. I would love it if you would actually do this exercise with us and try to have good handwriting and take a picture at the end and post it in our Facebook group. This would be a great way for us to be able to not only have a little accountability that you participated, but it's a great reference. So rather than like sitting here and writing your commercial for the first question that says, what are your products and services, actually bullet pointing your types of products and services, things that you actually do, more than just a general, I do commercial cleaning, but like for Ada, a specific to vacation rentals, schools, offices, like specific, just bullet points. So what products and services do you offer? I'll give everybody a chance to do that. So for us, we do reels, content creation, we do posts on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google My Business, YouTube, Shorts. We do engagement, audience growth, commenting, DMing. So that would just be like an example of what I would be putting on mine. The next question is examples of qualified referrals for you. So qualified referrals are when you actually get a really good referral, not somebody, for me, it's not number 3, which is what are not good referrals for you. So what are some good referrals for you? I'm business to business, so it's a little different than business to consumer. If you are business to consumer, this is a really great area for you to say, like, what are some good referrals for you? So for like Pastor White, good referrals for him could be a family in need, but it could also be somebody that's looking to back a nonprofit. So it could be two separate, it could be a business to business, but also could be a business to consumer. Examples of not good referrals are typically the ones that you've gotten that just haven't panned out. For me, oftentimes it's a startup. Startups typically come to me and they're like, I don't have a social media presence. I need help. I'm like, great, we start at $750 a month. And they're like, oh, well, I don't have a budget for that. So that's not a good referral for me. Usually it needs to be somebody who has a marketing budget in mind, can afford to outsource their social media. And then the following scenario that describes the perfect referral for me could be similar to number 2, but qualified referrals and scenarios are 2 different things. The last one is your hobbies, any organizations you're in, your spouse's profession, past professions, could be recognitions. I've actually listed several of mine on my gains profile just to give you some ideas, but this could be like, if you didn't know, I love to golf. And so it could be that you have that in common with me, and now you invite me to come out and golf with you, and you would maybe have never invited me to do that if you didn't know that about me. So adding something in there that could be like a hobby or something that you're interested in can be a way to find a new connection with somebody to be able to build those relationships. On the back side is your business to business referral sources. Why this can be really valuable to you is oftentimes when people try to hire us, they cancel after a few months because they use the quote, it didn't work. Well, what didn't work? You didn't get referrals, you didn't get business from your social media, because social media is a place for you to be able to educate people about what you do and create community. You're creating content that will attract people to your brand to learn to get to know you better. And you shouldn't be relying on social media to get transactions. It's where you should be growing your sphere of influence. So why I thought this could be a great exercise for this chapter is if you can identify where your business to business referrals are coming from, you can identify how to actually grow your social media in a way that will truly benefit you. For example, I recently got a referral to someone named Henry. And Henry owns a company that's a competitor to like Hasbro Games. They create board games and they find board games through Kickstarter, and then they advertise them, they back them, they get them the funding, and they take them from concept to people's shelves. And that's a really good referral for us, because not only are we gonna have a constant opportunity to be able to create content advertising the different games that they're representing, but every single one of those games have their own individual social media accounts that could also benefit from a social media service. And so it was a great referral for us. But by going down this grid that I created for you, how did my source meet them? Kickstarter. So now I know that anybody that does Kickstarter campaigns could be a great referral for us, because they're creating funding for their project and they want to be able to advertise their project and get it out there. So if you were to take the time to fill out both this grid and the other side and share that on our Facebook group, it would be a great way for us to be able to better understand who to refer to you. And when you come in and do your commercials, you can start to ask for referrals for people that are ideal referrals for you, that have things in common with you, that are in different organizations than you, and other business-to-business referrals. So for example, Olya, she owns Athleticus. And if Olya wanted to leverage this project that I just gave you guys, she could find somebody who is the owner of Fit Life Foods, and they could create collaborative content to promote each other's posts, and they have a similar audience, but they're not competitors. So Olya could create a post with Fit Life Foods where her audience sees the content, Fit Life Foods audience sees the content, and now they've complemented each other's Instagrams or whatever social media platform, and they've been able to grow their audience in an organic way with their respective industries, which will not only help them improve their credibility, but also get a bigger visibility on the social platforms. So if all of this went over your head today, it sounds like it's time for a one-to-one with me. I would love for you to fill this out, and then once you do, I would love to sit with you and help you understand how to apply this to not only grow your social media, but to improve your visibility online. Elana Rheinhart, please.